Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? We're gonna take a look at some gardening. Actually, it's been a while since I've done a gardening video, and if you've been following Reddit, you probably already know this already. But if you haven't and you didn't see that thread, I don't think it was too highly upvoted. But if you didn't see it, somebody found a way to crossbreed Cloudsbreath seeds, and that's really important because Cloudsbreath seeds do Mr. Flying Chair here, and they get you this, which is amazing. Who doesn't want a flying chair? Anyway, the items, let's take a look here. We'll switch over to the cam and the Chrome. The items you want are the Cloudsbreath seeds, and you can see they are obtained through Sea of Clouds, which is airship missions, and you don't want to do this because that is painful, annoying, random, and you don't get very many of them. But the most important part is they're found through gardening between Corython tea seeds and Zamael tomato seeds. And we take a look, this is the recipe here, so you do need 8 Cloudsbreath, a lot of them, which is why only getting 1 or 2 seeds per airship is not very handy. So we use the fantastic FFXIV gardening.com planner thing, and I will go through how I found this here. So we go through Garden Planner at the top. We find the recipes, so Corython tea seeds and Zamael tomato seeds. So we go through Corython tea seeds, Zamael tomato seeds, if I can find it, and hit submit, and it confirms across. Then we hit this little thing over here, and it opens this little thing with the optimal planting, tells you where to plant it, and if you look at the top right here, it shows you in this picture the order, and I will show you in my garden as well how it works. So this one and this one and this one all around in a circle. It's laid out in the exact same way. I've done videos on this, so if you're still confused after me talking for this 30 seconds, please check those other videos, which should be in the comments below. Yeah, and the things we need are the Corython tea seeds, which can be obtained either through the market boards or through unspoiled nodes between Corython, Western Highlands at 10 a.m., 10 p.m. Zamael tomato seeds, Eastern Lanosea, Raincatcher Golly at 1 p.m., so only one time a day for that one. So let's go back into the game here and take a look at some of these items on the boards just to kind of see what we're looking at for prices. So the first thing is Cloudsbreath, and these prices are going to go down dramatically in the next week because this was kind of just found out to the general public, so everybody has it in their gardens right now. But Cloudsbreath are going for a ridiculous amount, and they're obviously not selling because you need 8 of them, and that's a lot for a chair, so I would price those a little lower if you're trying to sell them. And Cloudsbreath seeds are selling for 6.5, and they're actually selling, I can't believe it, that's a lot of money for a garden. Could you imagine forgetting to tend them and having them expire? That would suck. So let's go to Zamael tomato seeds here, and they are going for 75 to 140,000. And I want to talk a little bit about this one, Mr. Anton Brightheart here. I'm sorry if you watch this video and I may offend you, but that's not how you use the market board. If we look at the price history at the top right here, we can see that things are selling, and today is the 25th, so they're selling as early as 12:30 in the morning. We have a full list of them up from 199,000 all the way up to 11, so 12-hour period. There was a whole oh god, what's it called, a whole list, one full screen of sales for between 199 and 140, and they were going for higher down here and faster, and this is in the middle of the night when not many people are playing. And if we look at the pricing here, we have these ones which we're selling at 250k, and then we have somebody dropping them down to 200, which just baffles me since they were selling so fast, so often, and so many. Then we have another couple 20k drops here, another 20k drop here, and then we have Mr. Anton Brightheart here, who just likes to throw away 40,000 gil every time he makes a sale. Anytime he throws something on the auction house, he's just like, here, take this 33% of my sales. You guys can have this. I don't want it. Yeah, please don't do that. There's zero reason. If they weren't selling this fast, I could maybe understand it. But still, it's just literally throwing away money, and somebody is gonna come up and they're gonna buy all these 4, and then they're gonna buy all these ones too, because if you're buying Zamael tomato seeds to use your own garden, if you are in a small house, you will need 5 of them. No, you'll actually only need 4 of them. If you are in a medium house, you will need 8 of them, and if you are in a mansion, you will need 12. So somebody's either going to buy all 4 of these, and 4 of these, and then 4 more. So if you're in a mansion. So long story short, you're not really doing anybody any favors outside of the people buying it. So we'll get that rant out of the way, Mr. I forget his name, Anton Brightheart, and move on to the next thing. So the flying chairs haven't sold at all, and there's none up just because it does take 5 days to do, and it was just found out, so there's not many. Just the people on the servers who kind of got lucky with their initial gardens and discovered it right away may have something, some already for sale, and they're making boatloads of gil. So this is a really good thing to make a decent amount of gil, I would say. Nobody knows how many exactly are planted right now, but I can imagine a lot, and they're going to go down quite a bit in price, but it should still be profitable. So let's take a look at our garden here and plant some things in here so I can get some flying chairs myself. So just a refresher here, we'll go back. We want Quarthin first, then Dezemail tomato seeds. So back we go. This is hard with one monitor. Jeez. As I try to move in my OBS. So you want to start in the top left, and what you want to do is you want to plant grade 1 Thanalanthop soil, or basically any in the first one. It doesn't matter because it's going to get picked up and destroyed after. And we'll do a Quarthin tea seeds first. And we'll plant it, and the next one up, we want to use our grade 3, and we want to use the middle one, which was Dezemail tomato. And then we will use grade 3 again and Quarthin tea. And we're just going in a circle here, and it is very, very, very important you're ordering. If you don't order this exactly right, it's gonna mess up unless you get really lucky and happen to do it completely wrong, but in the completely right fashion. Again, this diagram is on FFXIV gardening. And we're in the middle, so the middle was Dezemail tomatoes. And on the corners, it was Quarthin tea seeds. And then another Dezemail tomato. And then once we plant all 8, we want to rip up the first one and then replant the second one. Oops. So if you're not familiar with, the first one was Quarthin tea seeds. So with how crossbreeding works is when you plant something, the end result can be affected by stuff on the side of it. So say we plant this Quarthin tea seeds, it is next to a Dezemail tomato, so that means they're going to crossbreed together. And the reason why we pull out this first one is because when we planted it, at the moment of planting is when it matters. We planted a Quarthin tea seeds and nothing else was next to it, so it's not going to crossbreed. So what we do is we rip it up and replant it, and that makes it side by side with another Dezemail tomato, which makes it crossbreed. And we'll do the same thing over here. And we will do grade 1 first and Quarthin first, right? And I like to have things in my inventory perfectly lined up so I can do the left one means corners and the right one means the middle, and then we'll have this up here. And I usually have exact numbers so I know if I'm about to screw up. Because like I said, if you do screw up, it is not pretty and you end up with a whole 5 days of basically nothing. Let's plant some more tomato seeds. And the thing with gardening too, it's really hard to talk while doing this because, like I said, if you mess up, you really mess up, and I really don't want to mess up. The thing about gardening too is you only really have to tend to them once a day. We are at a corner, so it is Quarthin tea seeds. I tend to them twice a day, just because after 24 hours they tend to get a little wilted. I don't know if it has any effect on the end product if you tend to it right away, but if it wilts too much, it will die. So let's remove this one, replant it here. There we go. And you can also do fertilizing the crop, which takes fish meal, but I don't bother doing that just because it only removes an hour each time, and I find it's just so much effort to do it. Get out of the way, fat cat. So what I do is I tend to the crops twice a day. I do it in the morning and at night, right before I go to bed and right when I wake up. You can get away with it only once a day, but you need to remember to do it earlier in the day each time. So if you do it at noon the first day, you want to do it at 11:30 the day after, and then 11:25 the day after, and that sort of thing, because I'm pretty sure at the 24-hour mark is when stuff starts to wilt. Couple more. Yeah, there we go. So in 5 days, we will have our Cloudsbreath crop, assuming I did it well. If I didn't, I'm sure you guys will yell at me in the comments. Pretty sure it was all right. And we will do a Mog Dance. We haven't done a Mog Dance in a long time. So yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you out, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of thing. Again, I did not discover this myself. It was discovered by somebody and posted on Facebook, and then in turn posted on Reddit. I'm not sure who the original was, but the end result is it is on, I can speak words, it is on FFXIV gardening right now, and that's where I use all this information from. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and see everybody next time.